Ah, so much crap, so little time. What up, VenomFangX 2? Gear up, and everyone else. Uh, yeah, just a little bit of creationist math for you. You got to be careful, creationists, with the numbers.
The sanctity.
Like this whole video is just chock full of, it's in the true VenomFangX tradition. It's fallacy on fallacy on fallacy. Just it just takes so much time to unwind the tangled ball. But just this one moment right here.
That's a lot of lives.
Oh, sorry. Here we go.
The sanctity of life. It has been said that Dr. Tiller has aborted over 60,000 children. 60,000 children.
60,000. Yeah. It's been said by Bill O'Reilly. Like, where are you getting your numbers from, dude? But let's just do the calculation here, okay? If anyone can do this, this is like, do you even think about what you're saying before you say it? Like, okay, so 60 Roe versus Wade. That was 1973. Okay, so if we give him 36 years to conduct his 60,000 abortions, okay, so divided by 36, that's 1,666 and 2/3. All right, so we'll round down a little bit and say 1,666 per year, every year since Roe versus Wade. If he's got 52 weeks in a year, that's 32 per week, which if he's doing a 40-hour work week, that's not quite one per hour. Week after week after week after week after week. Oh man, like it's the points I want to get to later. Like, I know this probably comes off as an ad hominem, but like, can you be that fucking stupid? Like, that's just, it's such a ridiculous. Oh man, I don't even know what to say. Ah. But yeah, this is why I'm starting a blog. So I'll take my time and write, and that way, because I know someone's gonna point at this video and just say, "Oh, you're another mean atheist." Da da da. And I'll make the real nice, calm argument, even though there's gonna be other people that say, "Why are you wasting your time?" When oh man, that's glad to know I'm not gonna be bored anytime soon. Thank you so much, Gear Up, aka VenomFangX 2. Wow, only 3 minutes. Okay, I thought this was way longer than that, but this video has been brought to you by Mickey's and Insomnia. Yeah, and my quick capture is always cut off the end. Okay, this is the point where I officially expect this video to not survive. Maybe the audio is going to be even screwed, but I was just taking some notes here. I'll develop these points later, I hope. But this is kind of why I make this video. I figure something's better than nothing, and it's always trying to walk that balance between quality and quantity. There's only so much I can do, and I could spend a year researching any given thing before I actually say what I want to say about it. So somewhere I've got to just say, all right, just freaking get it out there. So taking it from the top, I think I got about halfway through before I realized this is just there's just way too much stuff here. It's not going to fit on this little piece of paper I've got. But so in the very beginning, you're talking about people that are pro-abortion versus anti-abortion. Like, I know some people that are actually pro-abortion, and I can kind of see the argument there if you're looking at overpopulation or quality versus quantity. But for the most part, people are not pro-abortion. They're just against making the practice against the law, because then it will inevitably end up being done in back alleys and all kinds of nasty stuff. And it's as a society, we ought to be able to appreciate the fact that for whatever reason, some people are going to decide to have abortions, and if they're going to happen, everyone is better off if they're done legitimately, for lack of a better term. And so yeah, being pro-choice does not mean you're pro-abortion. And you started to sound like you made the distinction later, but okay. So he performs late-term abortions. Again, that's another thing that just runs through this whole video here. You in the beginning you kind of make it sound like you're arguing against late-term abortions specifically, where like I would say that yeah, that's generally going to be a bad thing. Like I don't think it's absolutely heroic. I don't know who thinks that, except in the sense that it's a necessary service, in that people are, for whatever reason, people are going to get them. Like for medical emergencies, apparently you don't support these, even in the case of when it would be necessary to save the life of the mother, which is, I'm willing to go that far at least. Sanctity of life, right? So yeah, it's heroic in the sense that he fucking got killed for doing his job, but he, he got shot once before and he kept doing it. Like, yeah, in a way that's heroic. Like, I'm not equating the two, but you would use the word heroic, say, to describe people who fought, like in World War II. Those heroic people did some atrocious things. Then you're not always going to have a one-for-one correlation. And, moving on. When does the mother's rights infringe or impede on the rights of others? Again, that comes back to the medical emergency. If this procedure is necessary to save the life of the mother, who are you trying to equate one life over another? That's such a complicated question. Again, that's not something that the state needs to get involved in deciding whether someone can or cannot do it, because that I hope that's a choice that no one would take lightly. And if you've already decided that that's the most prudent thing for you to do, again, the fact that it's illegal is not going to stop everybody. It might stop some, but if you're concerned about happiness and suffering, and I know that you're not, apparently, I'm getting close to the end here. So yeah, the things that a literalist religious mind, like when your points of reference don't correspond to reality, then everything is skewed. And yeah, you're pro-life, but like you go on this whole thing about see, I'm not done, I'm just still going. There's so much material here. That's what I'm talking about. The smallpox virus, bacteria, virus, I want to say virus, but anyway, smallpox. Well, yeah, see, because if that's a virus, you're going to say it's not alive. So pick a random bacterial disease that's deadly, caused by bacteria. That bacteria has its own genome, and it's reproducing by the millions. But I think it's safe to say that if you're in a situation where you've got a deadly bacterial disease, you're going to take the fucking antibiotics and you're going to kill those millions of individual bacteria, because you value your life above those. And why? Like, yeah, you're going to try to bring in metaphysics, but remember, secular nation, your religious argument holds no weight here. None. So I don't want to hear anything about souls or what God wants if you're talking about secular laws in a secular nation. I'm not telling you can't be religious. No one's trying to take your faith away from you. Wishing you didn't have it and taking it away are two different things. So, click.